see. Use this to erase it. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back. Ugh. Okay, let's get this review on the road. Someone's probably like, wow, Alexa, that makeup's kind of bold, and it'll be like, yeah, I know. And it'll be like, they'll be like, why? And I'll be like, well, because did you see the book I'm reviewing? I hope you did. I took a really long time making that little thing at the beginning, but it's Savage Song, yeah. Savage Song is the newest book from V.E. Schwab, or Victoria Schwab. I guess she's going by Victoria now. I read her Darker Shade of Magic and Gathering of Shadows, and her book Vicious, which is I think a new adult, or I think it's just adult fiction or adult sci-fi or something. But I really love Victoria Schwab, so like anything she writes, I'll probably read it at least once. This lovely thing I wasn't able to get as soon as it came out. It was actually a gift for my birthday from Novia, thank you, and I didn't get to read it until recently, just because life. Full-time college student. Sup guys. The book first off centers around two main characters, August and Kate. August Flynn and Kate Harker. They're pretty much like kind of like in a Romeo-Juliet situation without the suicide. They're on different ends of a warring kind of territory going on right now, so that's where they're coming from. I felt that both characters were not as interesting as other Schwab characters, in my opinion. I thought they were a bit lackluster, but it didn't take away from a lot of their motives. Like, they were very motivated, and there was a very set objective for them in the beginning, so all of their reactions, all of their actions were pretty organic and believable. That being said, there was a really interesting kind of role reversal, because the entire time Kate is trying to get approval from her father, who kind of like sent her away to boarding school, and she's like, accept me and love me. And August is more of the like pacifist. He wants peace in Verity, which is the main city that they live in. And it was interesting because usually you see that kind of reversed, since this is, you know, male and a female, that those roles are usually reversed. So I thought it was an interesting kind of dynamic to put them in. The two characters are really great foils of each other, because Kate is the more aggressive and intense one. Like, the best way to describe her is just intense and kind of edgy. Cat. He's a pacifist, so he's a bit more passive, and he's a bit more shy and quiet. So they really worked off of each other pretty well. They balanced out each other really well. The plot itself was a little predictable and a little cliche, which means that it relies heavily on world building and the characters to make it unique to itself. It didn't really do anything for me that the plot was a bit predictable. I mean, I don't mind reading a book that has a bit of a predictable plot sometimes, since world building is something that Victoria Schwab's books have really strong senses in, like in Vicious, and well, Vicious is based off of our contemporary life, so it didn't need as much, but A Gathering of Shadows and the Darker Shade of Magic. Vicious didn't really need it because it's based off of our own world, but A Darker Shade of Magic and A Gathering of Shadows, those are, that's a fantasy novel, so you definitely need a little bit more of world building. And this Savage Song has got a bit of both, so I felt that it hit the main points of world building that were needed, but it wasn't as detailed as A Darker Shade of Magic, which kind of sucked because there's a lot of new things in here. We've got the monsters, the Korsai, the Malachi, and the Sunai. So it's, you know, these are monsters that are, I'm assuming, are Victoria's brainchild. So, you know, I would have liked a little bit more detail, but I mean, this book's already really big. Yeah, it's 430 pages. So I feel like if, you know, if more specific world building was stuffed into the first novel, it would have been way bigger than this. So it's kind of understandable. And since the world building is so general, there were a lot of open ends that we left off at the end of this novel. And Victoria Schwab loves to end on a cliffhanger. I'm looking at you, Gathering of Shadows. My only drawback is that in terms of the density of this book, it takes a little bit to build up. But if you like slow build-ups, I don't think you'll have a problem with this novel, to be honest. That is it for today. If you haven't checked out my other videos, you can check them out right over here. This one is my review for When the Moon Was Ours, and it has a giveaway. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and comment on that video. More details is in the description box of that video and at the end of that video. Otherwise, if you like this video, do hit like. If you would like to see more videos from me, do hit subscribe. I'm a little experimental right now, so please bear with me. This is my only third video. Otherwise, all of my social media links will be in the description box down below. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye!